In this video, I'll show you how you can add a box into any web page. What I'm talking about is a box like you see in front of you. There are a couple of ways to do this. I'm going to show you how to do it in a web editor called Composer. This is a free web editor that you can download. Just search on Composer, Kompozer, and download the software, and then you can do it the way I show you in this software. Okay, now one way to do it is to create a table. So to do that, we can go Table, Insert, Table, and then it brings up a little box like this. And you can just pick a one column and one row table, and there you see it sitting here. Now we have to go into Table and Cell Properties, and then we'll go over to Table again. Let's make this width 80% of the window. And then we want table alignment center, like so. Set the border to 0. Okay, and there we have a 80% wide centered table. Now the next thing we need to do is set up some CSS for the table. So here we go to Tools, CSS Editor. Okay, we have to give a name to the page here. I'll just call it index. Now we need to save it somewhere, so we'll just do that. Alright, now what we want to do is we want to just click on this button over here. It says Rule, and make sure you have name style, and then we enter a class name. I'll just call it Table and Solid. Create the style rule, and we'll go over here to Borders, and then we can make the width however many pixels wide we want. Let's say 4 pixels, so 4px. Style, okay, we can make it solid. As you see here, you can make dot, dash, double, groove, whatever you want here. We'll just go with solid, shows you there, and then set the color to black. Okay, now we have a name style. So see here we have class table solid. Okay, so what we can do now is just right click here, table cell properties, advanced edit, then we go we're attribute here, we go class, and then the value is table solid. Click OK, and OK again. Okay, let's just click the preview button here. Okay, as you see, we have a solid table there. Let's just put something in here so we can test it out. Okay, so there's how you can put a box in with that method. Now another method you can use if you don't want to use a table is to use what's called a division, a div tag. Let me show you how to do that. Now there's a document that came with this video, and it just has a snippet of code in there. You don't need a web editor to do this. You can do it just with Notepad if you want, or you can just paste the code right into your editor. Okay, so this is the division code that you use. Now at the other end of it there's also this line. So everything in between here is going to be in a box that is centered 80% wide, and then it's auto aligned left and right. That's what makes it centered, and it's going to be a 6 pixel solid black border. Okay, so if we put in here now any text, this would be properly formatted with HTML. Okay, now let me just paste this into my web editor here, and I'll show you what it does. Okay, let's just copy this in, and let's just go to source here, and just after this table, we'll just paste it right in here at the end of the website. Let's go to preview. Here is the box we just created with the division tag. Now you can tweak the code. For instance, we can go back here and we can change the border to 4 pixels, dashed instead of solid, instead of black, red. And then you get that. Okay, so you can just use that code and tweak it and paste it into your web browser, and you can use it that way. Okay, so those are 2 methods you can use to add a box inside your web page.